Village Board meeting to order. And we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will Clerk Colhagen call the roll?
Clausen.
Here.
Anastasio.
Here.
Hewitt.
Here.
Eastman.
Here.
Washburn.
Here.
DeGroot.
He's here. Trustee Boccia is excused. So let's move on to public comment and input. Members of the public are welcome to provide comments on any matter. Please fill out a comment form and the president will recognize you. State your name and address for the public record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. I have nobody here that has signed up for public comment. With that, we'll close public comment and we'll move on to the next item, which is the consent agenda. Trustee Hewitt.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adopt the items on the consent agenda.
Second.
So I hear a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So that motion carries. So let's jump down to finance, legal, and licensing. We have discussion and possible motion regarding claims made by Jack and John Eichhorst and Michael Picula regarding errors related to the prior year's assessment roll.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the tax refunds for the claims made by Jack and John Eichhorst and Michael Picula as presented.
Second.
So I hear a motion and a second. Probably should get read into the record somehow what the amounts are.
Okay.
Before we get to that, excuse me. Dan, did you want to comment on this particular business item? There's a little bit of a story to it. We heard about it a couple weeks back at the Committee of the Whole, but just to refresh our memories, and we also spoke to this in some detail in the closed session that we had a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, we have a couple of situations here, one involving a property that was double assessed, that's the Eichhorst. It was previously assessed by the Department of Revenue. Then when it was switched back to local assessment, the county created a new kept 2 tax parcels for the same piece of land. That resulted in a double assessment for the last 10 years on that parcel. So that's one of the items that we're refunding. The other is a parcel that partially lies in Caledonia, but a small portion of it lies in Mount Pleasant. The county tax lister every year, who gives us the acreages of all the parcels, gave us an acreage of a little over 1/4 of an acre for the Picula's lot. But that wasn't the Mount Pleasant portion. That was the total lot size. So as a result, they were paying for much more land than what they truly had in Mount Pleasant, and we're rectifying that tonight.
Mr. President, if you'd like, I will add to my motion the amounts that we would be paying the Piculas. It's $6,406.92, covering years 2009 through 2021. And the Eichhorst refund is for the years 2013 through 2021 in the amount of $17,370.01 for a total of $23,786.93.
Is that friendly amendment okay with the seconder?
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? So not hearing any further discussion, we'll do a roll call vote.
Clausen.
Aye.
Anastasio.
Aye.
Hewitt.
Aye.
Eastman.
Aye.
Washburn. DeGroot.
Aye, motion carries. So we'll jump down to reports. Trustee Clausen.
Mr. President, I'd like to talk about one of the big events that's coming up this year. The Tour of America's Dairyland is the largest competitive road cycling series in the U.S. It hosts 11 straight days of racing throughout southeastern Wisconsin. The 11 host cities are chosen carefully, and it is rare that a date opens up for a new venue. That being said, it is with great excitement that our tourism manager, Carrie Grieving, and the Tourism Commission announce our very own road race right here in Mount Pleasant on June 22, 2022. The Tour of America's Dairyland Selection Committee chose Mount Pleasant for its unique landscape and fantastic location. Racing will last most of the day on June 22nd, and the finalized race course will be announced within the next couple of weeks. It is an enormous honor to join this established and renowned race series, and we hope that all Mount Pleasant residents will come out and cheer on the hundreds of riders throughout the day. Many more details to come soon. A very special thank you to the Mount Pleasant Police Department and South Shore Fire Department for their involvement and support during the planning of this big event day. We are so very lucky to have such invested and cooperative service departments in our community.
Very nice, Anna Marie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Really
Wait till you see the rest of the year.
Excellent. Okay, so let's jump down to item 7, which is announcement and/or recognition of village residents, employees, memorials, and non-political community events. I've got one here, and it's regarding our engineer, Tony Byer. Every month, the League of Wisconsin Municipalities puts out their magazine, newsprint. It's the municipality, and in it, well, this one for April focuses on grants, and in it is a very nice feature article written by our Tony Byer regarding what we've done in terms of the Pike River grant funding with respect to the revitalization project that we took on that took many, many years to complete. But the story goes into all the different ways we sought grants and partnerships, outside funding, state and federal help. As I'm paging through this, we had some corporate sponsorships, and we had some nonprofit help, certainly. But it's a 3-page article. It speaks up the village of Mount Pleasant very well, and it's just, I think, very brilliantly written by Tony. So I just wanted to give Mr. Byer a shout out for a job well done and some recognition to himself for what he does and putting the village in an excellent spotlight.
That will be seen throughout the whole state.
Yes, it's a statewide publication.
Very, very nice article.
Any other
Very nice.
thoughts?
I have one. I have a shout out to George, our parks, the young man in charge of our parks department. On Saturday, I stopped by the village at about 10:15, and I was absolutely thrilled to see the amount of people that were here for the Sunday event, the Easter egg hunt. And it was more than a hunt. There were stations set up throughout the building. The building was full. Somehow they had put together a group that included Case High School students, Union Grove High School, also Shepherd's Ministry out in Union Grove put together a lot of the baskets and the different prizes and the different things. Very, very well attended. I shot a 22-second video of it and posted it live on Facebook just to spread the word even more. very well attended, very nicely done. It was also sponsored by, and Matt or the officer could help me, it was the police officers alumni group that was a big part of this. Is that right, Matt?
Yep, that's the Citizens Academy alumni group.
Citizens Academy, and they were volunteers everywhere. We had one of our police dogs here. I love the police dogs, and this dog amazed me to think that this animal, you know, he can have his vest on and, you know, you run away from him and he's gonna get you, and yet he's carrying among all these throngs of people his ball around, and he loved the children in strollers. He would go up and put his nose in their strollers, drop his ball, and just sit down. The other kids could pet him. I mean, anyway, so it was a wonderful event. It was very well attended. And a big shout out to George, to the police alumni, as well as Case High School and Union Grove High School and Shepherds. So very nicely
Excellent,
done.
excellent. I think that we'd also be remiss if we didn't recognize Bud Eastman as our outgoing trustee. We just, when we were doing the committee of the whole meeting, we had a little recognition of him. I presented him with the Man in the Arena plaque, and we had another photograph with him and the other village trustees. And again, I just wanted to thank you, Bud, for your service to the board. We appreciated your leadership and your wisdom. And that comes with age, and, you know, there's no substitute for age.
I have to pass that over to John now, as being the oldest
I
person on the
become the
board.
old guy.
Thank you, Bud.
Thank you.
Any other thoughts?
It's been a pleasure working with you. I'm sorry I only had 2 years to be here on the board at the same time as you. And we had a blast when we went to the League of Municipalities conference and rode up together and spent a lot of time together and really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Trustee Eastman, would you like to make the last motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I hear a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.